Hi, this is Scott with Android Guys, and I'm sitting here with Luke.
Hello.
This is one of our test drive app reviews.
Yeah.
Luke, today you're going to talk about a game here. What game are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about Warhammer Combat Cards 40K Edition.
Okay. Tell me about it.
So this is a card collecting game similar to Hearthstone and Gwent and Magic the Gathering, and it's one of these digital CCG kind of games, CCG-esque combat card game, collecting card game.
Okay.
This one is set in the Warhammer 40K world, so you're collecting leader cards and you're collecting troop cards, and it has all of the factions from the 40K universe. There are, all of the different Marine squads and all of the different monster units and monster factions. And you collect cards, and then you build a small deck based on your level, and then you go and you fight other players, or you fight predetermined monsters in a campaign kind of setting, where it's just you fight these battles and they get increasingly hard to try and get to the end. The game is free. It offers in-app purchases in the form of card packs, and also two different forms of currency: a currency that lets you upgrade your cards, and then also a currency that lets you skip time to open chests. You'll collect chests for completing certain battles, and those are a timed open depending on the rarity of the chest, but you can speed that up with another resource if you have that. So you can purchase all of those. The game is very easy to play, very easy to get into. There's some decent strategy around, different cards have different things that are good to counter. There's a poison card, but there's a card that heals on every turn, and there is cards that will attack with range, and cards will attack melee, and some will boost your melee attack or boost your range attack. And so there's some cool synergies you can build. I don't think it's not pure PvP real time. I think you have a set deck, and whenever you're not playing, that deck is available to be played against, and the computer AI will pick what to play for you. So when you're playing against another person, you're playing against their deck, but not really their decisions. I think the game, picks what would be best in that situation. So like
simulates the battles?
Yeah.
Okay.
I find whenever you're playing against a real person, once you get towards a certain point where if you're a guaranteed victory, the computer almost kind of gives up and makes choices just to get the battle over with versus, trying to fight the whole way through. Mm-hmm. But it's cool. It's one of those easy to jump into, play a couple rounds and get right back out. It's nothing that you have to put a lot of time into.
Do you have to come back to it to refresh every so often?
Yeah, you'll come back to open time chests, and there's daily things you can do. Like I said, there's a campaign if you want to go through the single player kind of campaign style, and those have a different season to them. So everyone is a kind of a different style deck that you would build. The graphics are good. It's a card battle game, so it's not like you're seeing figures move, but the cards move, and the cards have little animations. Mm-hmm. So there's no real 3D. It's more 3D simulated graphics, not really true 3D character animation. Sound is good. Sound quality is, it's a lot of fighting, hack and slash sounds and gun, laser blast sounds and explosions. Nothing too over the top. It's done well, and it has a nice soundtrack. At the the overall game feels very epic scale for the Warhammer 40K world. It fits into that kind of grim, dark aesthetic that they've had throughout that franchise.
How did you come to this game? Was this something you looked up or saw out?
Yeah, so I like the 40K world, and so I just looked for what was available in the Play Store, and there's a couple other games, but this one caught my eye because it's a relatively low buy-in for the gameplay. It's more of a time filler.
Gotcha. Well, I'm looking at the developer here, and I see about a half dozen, well, maybe more here, close to a dozen games, and they all seem to be pretty highly rated, 4.5 stars. This one shows a little over 4 stars. Would you say that's an accurate score?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you're always going to have certain people that, as updates come out, things break, and so the loudest, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right, so to speak. But yeah, overall, it's a very easy game, and it's hard to find a problem with it that you don't know what you're getting into ahead of time. A free game normally has in-app purchases, and if you want to have everything, you either have to grind it out or you have to pay for it.
Right.
So,
right on. So again, the name of the game is
Warhammer Combat Cards 40K Edition.
Okay, and that's rated every 110 and above. All right. Thanks, Luke.
No problem.